And I can even say for myself, where obviously I'm a different person. I even see people through a different lens than I did when I was 15, 16, 17. You know, it was, you know, and there were different things of this like value system that we had at the time that is like garbage to us now. You know, and so it's partially because of the time, partially because of our age and immaturity. And then you just kind of realize, like, you know, that kind of happened with us, dude.
Yeah, that's right. Like, out of nowhere.
And you are one of these people who, like, after we became kind of really connected buddies and have continued to become better and better friends, I'm like, how did we miss this in high school?
I know, how did we not see that?
Did this take so long? Better late than never.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, it was just...
I don't know. I think it was...
kind of frustrating.
Yeah, right?
Actually.
I think it was just the circles that you hung around. I was always intimidated by the popular people because I thought they were the ones who were, you know, and popular is subjective, let's just put it that way. To me, somebody who was popular back in high school may not feel popular to everybody, but to me, the popular crowd, I was very jealous of, intimidated of, and you were part of that group. But as I've said multiple times, it didn't matter what group you were ever part of. You were so kind and caring, and, you know, everybody was your friend. It didn't matter who they were. They could be mean to you and you would still find some good in them. And that's what I found amazing, is like Joey Bell likes everybody. It doesn't matter if you're the worst person in the world or you're the greatest person in the world. Joey Bell will love you for who you are and appreciate you for who you are and find that little bit of goodness to bring out of you. And that to me was like, I really wanted that, because every time I'd hear it, I'm like, maybe I was just too nervous to go up to you because you, to me, terrible. I'm at, 48 years old almost, and here I am saying, Joey's up here and I'm down here in high school. But you were everywhere. And I think I wish I could have felt comfortable to go into that circle and say, hey, my name's David Innocenti. How are you, buddy? Thank you so much for everything you've done for this class, being a representative of the class and all that. But I never felt comfortable doing that.
Oh. Well,
but it's like you said, better late than never. Because at this age, it's like whatever friendships you have, cherish them, man, and just keep building on them, because you never know. It's like, I don't need 100 people to be my friend. I just need to have a few good friends, and that's all that matters, because I know I can count on those people.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing that in a lot of our class too, just by doing this whole reunion stuff. There are people that I may have never associated with, but man, they are such good people. I wish I would have known them back then, because they are such good people right now. And that's a test to our class, that we've all matured and we've all, grown up, and we are close. And I like that. I really like that. That to me is pretty impressive, because you may have not thought that back then, but you look now and you're like, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And we'll go down that road and touch on that in a second. But, going back to, us being, number one, we were kids.
Yeah.
And we were, I don't know what you think about it, but I think things compared to now, I could be completely wrong, but I feel like there's some flexibility now in like groups and cliques. Maybe.
Could be. I don't know.
I hope. That's my hope.
I'm not in one. Like, I don't feel like I'm in mine. Whatever they've dissolved. So if you want me to be part of your clique, I'll be part of your clique. Go, let me in. Just bring me in. But no, I don't have a clique anymore. Yeah. I really don't.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I think people are kind of more aware of it now than we were back then. But it was, I don't know, and with our school, it was so big. Like, it was a small city that moved in and out of this building every single day. I don't know how things didn't completely fall apart.
Well, you had 4,000. I think there were 4,200 kids at some point that were all there.
Yep.
That's insane.
7th through 12th grade.
Yeah, that's insane.
Each class, like, we were a small class of,
I think we were 535 or something like that.
And we were small. So,
I look at that as huge compared to like some other classes around here that I hear about. I'm like, 535 is massive.
But for us, it was normal.
No, that was normal size.
And so you have, so many classrooms are only so many sizes, and who knew if you were going to be like assigned to the same class. It's weird because there were some people I had class with almost every year, and like we never
you and
had
I
a
never
class
had
together.
a class together. Never.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like you would think at some point, but I mean that just goes to show how big the school was and how big each class was. I mean it was weird. And then there were only so many hours a day, and then like between classes. Why did we only have 7 minutes between classes?
I don't know. My son has 3. So I'm like, how does he have 3 and we have 7? Like, how? I guess because the school is not as large, but I'm going, maybe we were lucky that we had 7. But I was always tardy to one class, and I got in trouble for it my senior year every year, or every time. She got really mad at me, my history teacher, and I had to get permission to be late. From the principal of all people, I got a note that said, allow him to be late because he's cleaning up after band practice.
Okay.
But, the 7-minute thing, it's like going from one side. I guess when in high school, though, it was not as bad. But
it wasn't as bad.
Everybody wants to chit-chat in the hall. They don't care about getting to class. So I remember that. I'm here not doing that, trying to get to class. And then there's some people who are just, hey, what are you doing after school? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm going, man, how did we all even keep track of 7 minutes? That's such an odd time to have. Like, couldn't it be like 6 or 8 or some rounded number? Why 7 minutes?
It was weird. I don't know.
But I remember everybody congregating. Like you would see, it's amazing. You would just like hear the bell, and then it would be like ants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then everybody would then disperse.
Could you imagine like a hall camera? I mean,
today?
To like see everyone just like and some kind of
like a time lapse.
Yeah, like a time lapse. Exactly what I was thinking, man.
It'd be like the parting of the Red Sea.
Yes.
Like
yes.
That would be crazy.
And back then it was 7 classes a day,
Yeah.
7 times a day. Now I think they're still doing block scheduling, so it's longer classes. So there's less of that moving
traffic and everything.
Time,
no, that's good though, because
I
think we all went out at the same time, 7 through 12. We all came out at the same time.
Exact same time.
So it was just chaos.
Complete and total chaos. But yeah, so here we are now. This is our lovely. I'm almost scared to touch it because it's so. This is our yearbook.
Yeah.
This is our senior year.
This is old.
Yearbook. Yeah, but yours is in such good shape, even though
I keep them all.
You don't have a plastic cover to protect.
I'm anal about it.
I mean, look, so there's a little bit of wear here, but otherwise it looks like the day that you bought it.
The day I bought it, pristine condition.
Yeah.
I
so
treasure,
well done.
I treasure these, man. These are memories.
You've kept you have all of your yearbooks.
I have every yearbook.
The whole from your elementary school.
From first grade. I don't have kindergarten, but I have first grade up until I graduated college.
Yeah. Until you graduated college.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What does this yearbook, or what do yearbooks in general mean to you?
To me, it's memories. It's basically going back and seeing who we were and where we came from and how we changed, and just seeing all the people that I remember, the good ones, and obviously we had bad ones. They're not bad so much anymore.
Yeah.
But you look at it and you're like, I wonder what they're doing now. Like, what's going on in their life? And we're all like that. Trust me, we're all like that. But it's just it's a way for me to see how also I've changed through time, because I've seen photos I've been in and like, oh my God, I look like that, or and just see where I am today, that I'm such a different person than I was today, but also appreciate the good things that are in here. Seeing the faces, seeing the accomplishments, seeing how much of a good class we actually were. I know some of us, had issues and it was rough in certain spots, but you could see through the pictures, and pictures don't necessarily lie unless they're AI now. But or Photoshop, you didn't do that back then. But you could see how good of a class we were, that the people in here that you see that are grouped together and smiling and camaraderie, that we had a good class. We just may have been segregated. I know that's a term you don't want to necessarily say, but I think we were segregated amongst each other because of the cliques, but you realize now that it doesn't matter. So I could have been in that photo, or you could have been in one of my photos, or we could have been, you know, part of another group of clubs or whatever. And it's just awesome to go back and say, yeah, look how far we've come, man. This is pretty wild. And just reminisce. I love that. I'm one of those nostalgia people. I've always been kind of like that. My wife doesn't understand it. She's like, I don't know why you live in the past. And I'm like, I don't live in the past. I'd like to remember the past and see how far I've come, because I'm not the same person I was in here. So that to me is important. And that's what I want to show my kids is also, hey, look where your dad came from. Look what I did, and look where you could potentially go. Like, look what I did, extracurricular, you know, activities. Look at the people that we grew up with. Look at the styles of clothing. You know, it's all that, you know, making fun of it too. It's like, it's all that stuff. And just look at, like, we were looking, this is funny. I was looking at the superlatives. I was looking at some other things that mentioned, like, in here, gas. The price of gas. And they said in 1980, the price of gas was like 71 cents.
Yeah.
And then they said in here, in 1996, the price of gas was like $1.58 or something. And I went, $1.58? I just paid $5 the other day. Like, what is this? You know? So it's like you look at those things, and then you look at kind of like how the areas change. You also look at those things. So these things kind of bring back memories of like how much the areas change because they have buildings and locations in here. So to me, this is like a time capsule. Think of it like a time capsule that you didn't bury. You look at everything in here and you say, wow, that was an interesting time. I got through it. That's pretty cool. Let me share that with others, or just, you know, take some joy out of it. Don't open this and get angry. Find the joy in it.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. So
that's a beautiful perspective.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
That's really cool. And so, you know, obviously a lot of we graduated in 1996, went on to college, and then we moved on into our young adult life, and you know, people got married and had kids and bought homes and moved and sprawled and spread to different places. But we had a 5-year reunion, we had a 10-year reunion, we had a 20-year reunion. You're taking the chairperson role of this go around, the 30. And I've done it in the past.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
No.
Why have you taken this on?
Okay, so the story goes, I guess Brian Dombrowski, who's one of my best friends, he's like a second brother to me.
Shout out to Deebs.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Debo.
Why aren't you here? He should be right
I know.
here.
Come on, Debo. We'll like
next time
we'll insert you later. But no. He said that in a text message, he's like, he was talking to a bunch of people, and because I had mentioned something about her, I wonder if we're going to have a reunion, because this is the 30-year reunion. And he said, oh, I was talking to a bunch of people, or chatting with a bunch of people, and they said, oh, you would be the best person for it because you helped Joey the last time, and you were organized and doing all the stuff that he asked you to do and more. And I'm like, no, I was just trying to help him out because he looked like he was stressed and burnt out, and I just wanted to say, hey, let me lift that off your shoulders so I could at least, you know, let me see what I can do to help. I'll be a right-hand man.
Yeah.
So that's all I did. I said it wasn't a big deal for me. I said I enjoyed doing it. So then when Brian said, I think you would be, you know, we all think you would be a good person to lead this, I went, fine. Because nobody else that I knew was taking up on it. And I knew because you were in Costa Rica and you were doing your own life thing, and you know, the last 10 was tough. It's like, sure, if Joey can do it, I can do it. So that's kind of how I took it on. And then I kind of went from there and decided, okay, let me see what I can do to try to get this off the ground. Now we have a lot of work to do, but we're starting. We have a good idea of what we want to do. We have a date now. So September 25th, Friday, September 25th to Saturday, September 26th. So put it on your calendars. But you know, it's just now logistics, trying to figure out where we're going to have it. We have an idea of one place, perhaps, but you know, we want to do a kind of get together, perhaps like a pre-gathering of sorts on the Friday, and then the major event on the Saturday, and just everybody have a good time. There's no like, you know, you have to be there at this time, you have to do this. There's not going to be like you must pay this in order to, I don't want to do any of that. But just a relaxed atmosphere where everybody can just have a great time, catch up, and have a lot of fun. And that's all I want too. So we're hoping that we can accomplish that and make this one one to remember.
And so in this day and age of, very, well, depending on who you talk to and what your perception of communication and interacting with people, we can communicate with people fairly easily.
Yeah.
We've got social media to see what people are doing. We've had this, let me see, so we did a 5, 10, 20, and so this will be the 4th. Why keep going with this? Why is this important? Why do we need this?
I think part of it is because we all find that we, like myself, we go back to the past because we find good in it. And we want to repeat that with people that we've seen mature and become more friendly with and realize that we have so much more in common than we ever thought. And that's what I found out with the 20th, is that there were people that I never associated with who I found to be amazing people. And I'm like yourself, like, where were we this whole time? Why didn't we have those relationships back then? Why do we have them now? Well, we have them now because there's a purpose behind it. And I think if we can meet each other every 10 years and just pretend like no time has passed and enjoy those couple of days to be with each other, I think it brings joy to everybody. And I think that's the thing, is there's so much, to me, it's like there's so much bad going on in the world, at least in my eyes. I try to concentrate on the positive, but you see everybody's arguing, nobody's being able to get along, we're having all these wars and all this other stuff. I'm just like, if we can just have a small snippet of a group of people who all have something in common, and that thing is we graduated together, and that was a good thing for all of us, why don't we just find time to remember that, reminisce, and just share our stories and smile. And that's all that matters, is just smile, give each other a hey, hug, like, how have you been? Man, it's been so long since I've seen you. This is great, how's your life going? What are you doing? Stuff like that. That's all we need. We just need good. We need something to make us feel good. I know we have our personal lives, but as a group, that helps, kind of lift us all up. And then we feel like, we're just moving to the next part of our lives, and we have something that, again, we can go back to remember what was great. And I remember the last reunion was great, and that was the first one I think I attended. And that was great, and that's why I wanted to be part of this, because I think we can do even better. So, and that's important. It's just the moment in time. It's that moment in time just to feel some kind of good for all of us. That to me is important.
Yeah.
Because who knows, some people might be having a tough time, and when they see us all kind of being together and showing love towards each other and happiness, that might lift them up in that moment. You never know what somebody's going through at any given moment of any day. And mental health is so important. And I used to be in the mental health profession. I got out of it. I'm in IT now. But that to me is important. I want to see if we can make anyone smile or make someone's day or whatever, make a difference in one person's day that might be going through a rough time, whether it be like family, job, whatever. As long as they're there and they're having a good time, as long as we can give them something to believe in and be happy about, then that was all worth it.
Yeah. It's so good, man. Well, thank you for the work you've done so far.
Thank you.
Thank you for the work that's still left to do.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do.
Because it's not easy, and you've got a class of, what do you say, 500? How many?
535,
that
540
we
or something.
Graduated with, and not nearly that many usually show up. I can't even remember how many showed up to the last.
I think it was like 120,
reunion.
130 or something.
So, but you want to, try to please those people as much as possible, which is an impossible thing to do. But you're putting in the time and the effort to try to gauge what most people would be interested in and enjoy, and feel happy about and think it was worth the trip, because some people, not everyone is, neither of us are in Northern Virginia.
No, we have to travel.
So,
it costs money.
and other people are traveling, and that's not easy. And
find places to stay. I mean, some people are going to spend, good money to come. So I'm hoping I shouldn't say I'm heading it, but I have a wonderful team of people behind me. So you got to give them credit too, because they're just as much as part of this as I am, and we all want to make this successful. So if we can help people, say the investment was worth it to come and spend the money that they have to spend to get there and enjoy themselves for those few, 24 hours or 48 hours, then, that to me is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, we will. It's so weird. For a second, I wanted to say, we're going to take a break. And then when we come back.
Sponsored by The Lair.
But we'll pick back up and actually kind of open this bad boy and take a little peek at a couple of them. I still can't believe how good a shape this is in, man.
Right? I'm always like, it's funny, all my books that I have, there's no creases in them. Any books I've ever read, there's no creases. I just don't like them.
Oh, you still don't like the creases.
Yeah, I don't like creases. I like it to look pristine, as much new as I can with every book, everything I have.
Yeah. All right. And
OCD.
It's a good OCD because you take care of your stuff, man.
I try.
But this guy's let me crash at his place and crash the Innocente family party.
That's right.
For a couple days or a day and a half or whatever.
Less than 24 hours. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
This is so good to
I'm
chat,
happy we can do this. This is important.
So
for both of us.
Because we've been trying to find time to do this.
Right?
And
it's crazy.
It finally worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time is limited, but as much as you can spend with somebody that you really appreciate, that's what it's all about. So.
Yeah. Brother, I love you very much.
Well, I love you too, bud.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
and
you got it, man.
More than everything, baby. Thank you for being my friend. And,
that's important. That's what it's all about.
And not being, I think most people would be open to this, but maybe some people might say, well, we weren't friends back then. Why would we be friends now? And
it doesn't matter. Friendship can be started at any point in any person's life. Doesn't matter when.
Yeah, you're one of the people that's taught me that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
So thank
you
you
too,
for that, dude.
You too.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's why I said, it doesn't matter that you weren't friends then, as long as you find a commonality now and you guys realize what you mean to each other now. Doesn't matter what happened back then. It's what matters right now. So that to me is important. So I'm glad I have those relationships with those people that I met afterward, because they're still with me. If you think about it, those are the people that I actually are. I've stayed friends with. I don't remember, to be honest with you, I don't think I have that many friends from high school that I'm still friendly with. It's the people that I met in my class afterward that I'm friends with still. And to me, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. I'm pretty happy for that.
Well, good, man.
So,
God, dude, this is, I can feel myself getting more excited about.
Right? Don't want to screw this up.
But you know what? Even if it were just like, okay, just X bar on X day, and that would be enough, And it's the people that really make it happen. But I know you're taking that extra mile, and the whole committee is taking that extra mile or going that extra step.
We're gonna do what we can to make
comfortable
this
and enjoyable,
make this fun for everybody.
Yeah.
And we'll have hopefully maybe a few surprises. We don't know yet.
Yeah. See what happens.
So.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. All right. We'll dig into this book in a second.
Yeah.
Scared
to see what comes
out.
Check it out. I should have brought the other 3. Then we could have gone back all the way. Or actually, the other 5. We could have seen where we've come since 7th grade. That would have been a stack like this high.
Yeah.
This is the most important. This is the year we graduated. So.
Yeah. Good. Well, buddy, again, thanks for your time. And
anytime.
We'll do more check-ins and do this.
Yeah. It'll be
future.
Fun.
There's no limit to this. We're talking kind of specifically about this stuff now, but
it'll be good.
There's other stuff going on in life too, so we'll check in and chat about that in the future.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Good, buddy. Thanks. Just stay tuned, I guess.
Stay tuned. That's right.
There's a next chapter to this,
That's right.
next episode,
I know,
maybe.
Right?